Hey, what's up, everybody? Sorry I'm late. It's one of those days where we got some technical glitches. But anyway, today, what I'm going to be talking about is the number one thing that I would do if I had to start from scratch. I lost it all and I had to start from scratch launching a new online business. So that's what we're going to talk about. So if you're somebody that's trying to launch a business now, or you've launched a business, but you're just kind of stuck, and I bet I know what you're stuck on, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So today, really the number one thing that I would do if I was starting from scratch, and I've seen a lot of people stumble over this one step that keeps them from moving forward in their business. And I've done the same thing, so I know exactly how you're feeling if that's what you're going through. So the number one thing that I would do if I was starting from scratch is to really nail down the person or the people, my target audience, the people that I want to create a product or a service around. Okay. And that is one of the biggest stumbling blocks that I see over and over again that people just cannot get past. And trust me, it's happened to me before, because for me, I've been in digital marketing for over 10 years or 12 years now. And I've picked up a lot of different skills. I can do a lot of different things. And I'm not trying to say that to brag, but it creates a problem in your head where it's really hard to pinpoint exactly who I can help and what I can help them with. So today I'm going to go through a little exercise with you that I think will help you to really nail down the ideal customer. And then you can get that out of your mind and move on to the next steps to grow in your business. So I'm going to share my screen here and we'll go through a little exercise that I think will help you a little bit into figuring out who you're going to serve or what you're going to create a product or service around. So who are you best suited to serve? So let's talk about that. So there are basically three different markets out there that encompass all the other little sub markets. So you've got wealth, you've got health, and you've got relationships. Okay. So those are the big three markets out there. And then if you want to really start to make some money, you got to go a little bit deeper into those markets. So those are very broad markets. So we got to start to niche down. So out of each one of those different big markets, you've got smaller sub markets. So you've got, wealth, for example, you've got finance, you've got investing, you've got real estate, you've got sales, relationships, you've got love, you've got dating, you've got marriage advice, health, you've got diet, nutrition, strength, weight loss. And so you have these little sub markets. And then from those sub markets, you can niche down even further. And then this is where we're getting closer to, finding a niche that we can really make money in. Okay. So we need to break it down into a niche and then even a sub niche if you can get even more granular with the people that you help. Okay. So who do you serve? Who do you personally serve and who can you help? And here are some questions you can ask yourself to help you to kind of start thinking about that, because honestly, you are your ideal customer. You've been through a lot of things in your life that have helped you to develop skills and talents and knowledge that you can now, turn into a product or service to help other people that are going through those same things. So who do you serve? So the first question that I would ask myself is, what markets or sub markets am I an expert in? Okay. You can also think of things that if you're not necessarily an expert in anything, I bet you are. You could create a product or service around. But if you can't think of anything, what are you passionate about learning about that you would dedicate time and effort into going out and reading everything you can about it, watching all the YouTube videos about it you can, even buying courses to learn that particular skill or knowledge. So what are those markets or sub markets you're an expert in? Of those, which am I most equipped to help people with? Out of the things that you have some knowledge and skills in, what are you most equipped? Which of those are you most equipped to help people in? Okay, so you're starting to narrow down, how you can help people. The next thing is, out of those things, which are you most passionate about? Because when you start a business, you're going to go through a lot of issues with mindset, with telling yourself that you can't do it, that nobody wants to buy a product from you. Trust me, you will go through this. I don't care who you are. And you're going to need passion behind what your product is, your offer is, so that you can be fueled when those moments come, because they are going to come and you need to find a way to get past those if you're going to be successful. Because if you're going to find yourself in those moments, it's easy to quit. Okay. So what are you most passionate about? And also, if you're not an expert in anything, what are you really passionate about learning about that you really want to learn? And then you can become an expert in, so you can teach other people how to do it. Okay. Because when you're creating a product or service, there's something called a knowledge gap. So people, as long as there's a knowledge gap between you and the people that you are coaching or providing services for, you can sell a product or service to that group of people. Okay. So what are you most passionate about? And then out of that new submarket that you chosen, what laser focused aspect of that submarket are you an expert in that you can help people? And now we're getting into that sub niche. Okay. And that's how we can really start to make money, because you've heard it before. The riches are in the niches, or however you want to say niches, whatever you want to say. So of these, what are you most equipped to help people with? So now we've gotten into that, a few subtopics or a few sub niches. Which of those are you most equipped to help people with? And this is a good little exercise to help you to figure out who you can serve. So you've got idea level. So what are your ideas and what's the biggest impact that you can make? And there's like a curve, or not a curve, but a line that goes up to help you to figure out of these ideas, which ones am I most helpful? Can I make the most impact? So the first thing that I ever did, my first business was a digital marketing agency. Okay. So I learned digital marketing. I was doing SEO and paid services or paid ads for local businesses, and built that to mid six figures. Had some issues with the Google algorithm, and I lost a lot of clients through that. They lost their ranking. So I lost my clients. So I know I've done that 3 different times. I've started 3 different digital marketing agencies. From there, after I lost my first agency, I didn't want to have that same situation happen with my new digital marketing agency. So I really taught myself inbound marketing, and I got really good at HubSpot. Okay. So that was my next level up after I started my digital marketing agency. My next path in my journey was to get better at marketing by learning inbound marketing. Okay. Now, my next step on my journey was after my HubSpot digital marketing agency, I had some partner disputes and ended up leaving that marketing agency, got a job for a while, got fired, didn't like that job, obviously. And then I started a new agency, and I got some skills around Go High Level. And so I got really good at Go High Level. I honestly would put myself against a lot of people out there and building things in high level. And so that really, learning that skill opened up a whole new world for me, because I became an expert in Go High Level. A lot of other experts came to me to get their Go High Level set up, FlowChat, a couple of different 2 Comma Club award winners. So that opened up a whole new life or business to me. Okay. So then I learned how to basically recruit and train virtual assistants. Okay. So, and as I've done that, and as I've built out my businesses, the way I've grown them is by appointment setting. And then I built a relationship with the guys from FlowChat and combined these 2 skills. Basically, I got really good at virtual assistants, and I got really good at FlowChat, and I built a virtual assistant business supplying virtual assistants to FlowChat users. Okay. And then from there, I gotten really good at appointment setting using FlowChat and understanding the strategies behind how to set appointments. And that's what led me to create a coaching program around helping people to book appointments and monetize their Facebook groups. And that's like my coaching program now. But I also have my virtual assistant business that helps train and recruit and place virtual assistants to manage FlowChat outreach. Okay. So that is my journey on how I built my current business and the level of impact that I'm able to make in my own business, and also the level of impact I can make in other people's businesses. So if you were to build this graph for yourself, what would that look like? Okay. If you started at the very bottom of the skills that you started way back 5-10 years ago, and you slowly added up all the different skills that you've accomplished over that time, what would this look like? And what could you create a product or service around that you could sell to people that they would want? Okay. So that's a good little exercise that I'd love for you guys to go through. I'd love for you guys to share this graph with me if you create it, and we can maybe come up with some ideas on some different products or services that you could provide. So that is today's little presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. I know this is not the sexy stuff that everybody, hold on one sec. This is not the sexy stuff that everybody gets excited about, but honestly, it is a huge stumbling block for people. And if you can just get past figuring out who you serve, then you can start creating the product. And then that's when you can start having the fun stuff like driving traffic and making sales and growing a business. But this stuff has to be done first. It's the boring stuff, but you got to do it. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Again, if you watch this and you want to drop your graph of what, your journey of the skills that you've learned over the years, and you want some help kind of figuring out who you serve and the offers that you want to create around that, then drop a comment below and maybe we can chat about that. Okay. Hope y'all enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time. Bye.